Hang on, they are 3 wide, 4 rows deep, just outside of the top 10. Jimmy Johnson right there, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, and others at the front of the field. Teammates working together, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin.
This is the point of the race where noses begin to get bloodied, because for a lot of these guys, second place is no better than dead last. They're 3 wide, back around 10th place, chasing Kyle Busch.
Denny Hamlin leaves the back bumper of Kyle Busch to throw the block on Chris Buescher. That leaves the inside line open for Kurt Busch. He'll throw the block on Christopher Bell. Here comes Kurt Busch to the inside.
Here comes Kurt Busch, but here comes on the outside against the wall. It's Tyler Reddick. 3 wide from third on back. Reddick leads the charge with Kyle Busch up front.
Let's see if the outside lane stays there. For the moment, it does not. Kyle Busch goes up and blocks Reddick. Back down to the bottom. Kurt Busch takes over the race lead at Daytona. He and baby brother Kyle go wheel to wheel. They're 3 wide from third on back.
Kyle is not done yet, though. He surges back around the outside of Kurt Busch. Here comes Denny Hamlin up the middle. Kurt Busch on the bottom. Hamlin in the middle. Kyle up high. It's Kyle Busch back to the lead.
Pressure so thick the hair is standing up on end right now as the field races 2 and 3 wide up the back straightaway at Daytona. Rumbling out of the pocket, Tyler Reddick to the inside for the lead.
Tyler Reddick shoots on out with that Chevrolet. He will slide up in front of Kyle Busch all the way to the outside wall. Kyle Busch in the wall. Here's Eric Jones at the wall. Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, Michael McDowell. It's Chris Buescher. A huge one happening off of turn 4 towards the tri-oval.
Well, you knew it was coming. It had to break out sooner or later. They were 3 wide, about 8 rows deep. Kyle Busch involved, a bunch of cars involved. Let's go back and recap it. I'll let you catch your breath for just a moment, Jason Toy. A number of drivers electing to already come onto pit road, and among them, the number 18 Toyota trying to win for the first time this year, and I doubt it's going to happen now.
No, and I doubt he's a very happy person at the moment either, because Jason Toy, Kyle Busch had a run going, but it had a block that went bad.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick got a great run down to the inside and immediately shot up to the outside to put the block on Kyle Busch. That forced Kyle Busch to get into the outside wall with that driver's right side, and then they just bunched up after that. Eric Jones was the first to get turned, and then it was a melee after that coming off the corner. Ryan Newman took a heavy, hard hit on the back end. He's come to rest at the entrance of pit road. Safety crews are over there with him right now, but most of the drivers, with the exception of 2 cars, have pulled away from this big one off of 4.
I can tell you this, there's a lot of unhappy drivers that are climbing out of wrecked race cars right now, among them Ryan Newman. He did get out of his car under his own power. He is fine, but he is not happy. I don't think Kyle Busch is going to be very happy. I think there's going to be a number of very unhappy race car drivers, not simply because of the fact that they're torn up here near the end, but how it happened. Kyle Busch leading off the end of the super stretch, and then Tyler Reddick busting out of line as they went into turn number 3.
They were, and Tyler Reddick went from the bottom all the way up to try to put a block on Kyle Busch, and that squeezed Kyle into the wall. Eric Jones got a piece of it. Matt DiBenedetto got some. Jimmy Johnson and William Byron got through the crash unscathed. Keep in mind, those 3 drivers, Matt DiBenedetto, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, all fighting to try to be in the playoffs when the checkered flag finally flies tonight as part of that top 16 on the playoff grid. DiBenedetto may have gotten just a small amount of that when he went down off the banking onto the flat of the racetrack, but we'll have to check in a moment, see if there's any damage at all to any one of those 3 race cars. We sit currently under the red flag as cleanup takes place. We welcome you back to a very quiet Daytona International Speedway. Reason being, we sit under the red flag after the big crash off of turn number 4 a moment ago. Now, Jeff, there are 3 drivers that were running right in the middle of the pack there, trying to get through a big crash because they've got playoff implications on the line.
Well, what an amazing drive by Matt DiBenedetto, William Byron, and Jimmy Johnson. They snaked their way through the crash, running nose to tail, and they never touched anything as far as we know. Mike Bagley, the field is stopped over there on the super stretch. I know it's still a ways from your broadcast position, but what can you see? Did they get through unmarked?
Well, let's put the glasses on them and find out. First of all, they are parked in a manner that when you pull into your local shopping center and they have angled parking, They have made their way down the backstretch and have kind of angled their cars pointing towards the inside. The first one I see is Matt DiBenedetto. He is behind the Matt Kenseth car. Right behind him is Jimmy Johnson, William Byron. The left sides and the fronts of the cars look fine. They look unscathed. Dave Moody in turn 2. You had a chance to see the right side of those cars. What do they look like over there?
Right sides are 100% clean. I saw no damage on any one of those three. Pretty amazing, all nose to tail. All three drove right through the heart of that melee and apparently came away unscathed.
Yeah, and came away 9th, 10th, and 11th on the racetrack. Those three drivers all trying to get into the playoffs. Matt DiBenedetto, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron are 9th, 10th, and 11th. You talk about drama, there it is.
Well, Jimmy Johnson was in, and I'm going to say this unofficially, based on the way they lined back up after that crash, he'd be out. And Jimmy Johnson was solidly into the top 16. Go.
Yeah, well, here's the other part of the scenario when it comes to this. Because whoever is 16th on points, it doesn't matter if second place, Tyler Reddick, third place, Chris Buescher, win the race. Or how about Christopher Bell? He's 7th. Matt Kenseth, he's 8th. If they win this race, it doesn't matter who is 16th in points. They're going to be knocked out. So there's a lot of different scenarios and a lot of moving parts that still need to be played out when the checkered flag flies. And even though as we sit under the red flag with 8 laps to go, 8 laps is a long way to go here at Daytona.